Hi everybody. Just thought I'd do an astrology update slash draw a few cards kind of as guidance. Stuff's been a little transitional. There's some major transitional energy going on right now. We got Sun in Sagittarius. Moon is in Libra. Went in Libra very early AM yesterday for those of us in the US. Mars has now gone into Scorpio. Jupiter is in Scorpio as well. That's creating a trine. Those two are both in the 12th house of mystery and things unseen, spirituality. While the sun is in the 1st house and the moon is in the 11th house. So it's an interesting time right now. It's very unexpected type energy that it's creating. It's creating change out of the clear blue for people. Or things are happening kind of mysteriously and out of the clear blue. Things that are surprising. Yeah, so kind of the gist of what's going on. Like the overall vibe is going to have everything to do with suddenness, shocking, suddenness, forward moving. Yeah. I can go into like a big, huge explanation, you know. Moon's going to be in Libra since yesterday, early AM. All the way into Wednesday. Probably come back Wednesday, Thursday, do another little update. We are in this forward march toward around December 13th is about the time that maximum effect of Mercury retrograde will have been reached. So, of course, we're in these energies for the next few weeks of revisiting things from the past that need to be looked at again or need to be fixed or whatever the case may be for you in particular. Things that need to be let go of, things that need to be brought back, etc., etc. But that's going to reach this kind of fever pitch by the 13th, and then it starts waning off. And really what the 13th represents is this transitional time where we've gone from talking about it, reapproaching it, looking at it, sitting in our head about it, that kind of stuff, to now you have a really clear idea of what it is that your conclusion is out of all of that time spent thinking, and you transition into an action phase, which will peak when Mercury goes out of retrograde December 22nd, 23rd. And from that point on, we transition into Yang energy. We've been kind of in the formative energies, and we'll be transitioning into action energies. So that is all set. I'm just going to pull like a couple random cards and just talk about them. This is for everybody. This is having to do with these kind of changeable cardinal kind of energies going on right now. Overall, we go through these very fixed times. We go through these very mutable times where a lot of signs, like I'd say 3/4 of the signs, probably find themselves in their head a little bit quieter, not as sociable, that kind of thing. And then there's the cardinal times where things are kind of off in left field. Or no, I don't have a better description than that. So how's everybody been feeling? Super interested in finding out that, because the energies have been dramatically different effect on different signs and different combinations of aspects that people have. Like Were you quiet and introspective yesterday? Were you really social? Were you kind of lazy? Were you active? That kind of thing. Moon in Libra kind of hits everybody a little bit differently. And depending on the things that have been brought into your life with the major week of action last week, that rapid succession of changes that was going down, you might still be dealing with some of that this week on into Monday. So let's see what the love energies are for right now. Okay, some guidance. New love for some of you. And this is no particular sign. This is overall energies for right now. Done with those. I'm going to take another one, but I'm done with those. Let me see. So many decks. Which one did you use? How about some Gilded Tarot? I'm on this odd vibe today. But I dig it. I like it. Who's being impatient? Bottom of the deck is Temperance in reverse. Oh, that's it. And we have the Four of Pentacles. Are some of you examining your finances? And Eight of Wands in reverse. So this can be negative financial messages for some of you. And I mean negative in the sense that maybe you are looking for a loan. Or maybe someone else is looking for a loan, sending you messages that they want your money. And you're like, nope, I'm holding on to that. Thank you. And the Queen of Cups. I think some people are maintaining their emotional balance despite these odd communication energies. Delays in communication. Maybe you're waiting on a message concerning your finances or a potential loan that you might need. He's really holding on to those resources. You see, he's definitely holding on to it. This is normally quick communication coming in, okay? But it's in reverse right now. Mercury is retrograde. I haven't seen it come out upright, I think, but one time for one of the monthly readings. Since Mercury went retrograde, there is an abundance of balance and communication issues across the board, across the signs. But people are kind of maintaining their balance with it. And this is ability to clearly express yourself despite the kind of overall energies right now that are very unsettling, very random, very mysterious. Things out of nowhere, communications out of nowhere, people coming out of the past from nowhere. So, the Emperor in reverse. This can be abuse of power, too. Nine of Swords. So, story that's presenting itself for some of you is that someone in a position of authority, or, you know, potentially a government entity, banks, that kind of thing, could be abusing their power. It has you up in your head. You're losing sleep. Okay? You have something that you're extremely emotionally invested into, that you want to give your love and attention to. This could be a home, this could be a mortgage, this could be kind of some new place that you're looking for, some new relationship that you're looking for potentially. Of course, not in the bank instance, but communication is not coming through, or it did not come through in a positive way for you. And it's making you have to reassess your finances, that, you know, potentially you need to hold on more to what it is that you have, or you're realizing that you don't quite have what you need, that you don't quite have enough. Make sense at all? But as a, you know, not a story, as overall energies, this is having to do with people are being emotionally free. Communication may not necessarily be flowing, so you may be kind of holding those feelings of love or positive emotions regarding something that you feel like could be abundant in the future, but you're not expressing it. You're kind of holding it to yourself. The communication is not forthcoming in respect to all these good things that you have and that you have to offer and that you're thinking about, but you're being reserved. And I think the reason that you're being reserved is because you feel that there is an imbalance somewhere, and that maybe somebody's motivations don't jive with yours, and it has put you certainly in a quite emotional state, or up in your head. This up in your head and this upsetness is why you're being so reserved. Makes sense? So I'm going to keep it short, keep it sweet. Just wanted to do a little update so you guys know where the planets are, and that Mars had gone into Scorpio. That is kind of a big deal, especially with Jupiter being in Scorpio as well. Saturn is in its final degrees. You know, it's kind of a bit, it's a bit of a slower mover, you know. It'll be in those final degrees, like I said, from all the way back from December 3rd through around the 21st, 22nd, when it's going to transition into Capricorn. That's a really big deal. It is in Sagittarius right now. It's in its final degrees. It is crossing the galactic center, which is pretty cool. Only happens about every 29 years. For some people, depending on, you know, how your birthday falls, it's only going to happen once, twice in your life. Of course, depending on how you live. But yeah, there's kind of these big energies, but everything is sort of being kept a mystery. There's big changes and karma wrapping up in people's lives, but where it's going, no one knows. We're just on the ride. We're on the merry-go-round. Like, you can feel the momentum. You can feel that we are moving, but where it stops, nobody knows. Everything gets revealed after the solstice, the 20th, the 21st. That's when you're really, really going to start to be able to see the more material and concrete aspects of what is happening right now. Once Saturn goes into Capricorn, it's going to be a noticeable shift and a noticeable set of events that will begin to happen. A lot of things might be going behind the scenes now. They may be in the realm of our thoughts and our mind and our emotions, interpersonal relationships on a micro level, or even on a macro level, that then come down to this final talking out of things that then transitions into other relationships, start sort of moving in these micro ways that then turns into a bigger thing later. So everybody's in different places with what exactly is going on, but it's definitely big and it's definitely going down. So I will see you guys later. Thank you for watching today. Bye.